cents per gallon, up more than 160% since President Bush took office, increasing on average by 34 cents a gallon each year of the Bush administration. The price of oil has also skyrocketed. A few years ago, people scoffed at the prospect of $100 oil, but American consumers have now seen an increase of $100 per barrel in the price of oil since President Bush took office. The incredible escalation of gas and oil prices is not an accident. It is the result of more than 7 years of this administration pushing an energy policy solely focused on fossil fuels. One of the Bush administration's first major actions was to convene the secret Cheney Energy Task Force, comprised of cabinet-level and other senior administration officials meeting in closed-door sessions with big oil and other industries. Not surprisingly, the recommendations from this clandestine group focused on more oil and gas drilling. On January 29, 2001, the day of the first meeting of the Cheney Energy Task Force, the price of oil was $32 per barrel. The Bush administration and the Republican Congress then passed an energy bill in 2005 that gave billions of dollars in tax breaks and subsidies to the oil, coal, nuclear, and gas industries. On August 8, 2005, when President Bush signed the Republican energy bill into law, the price of oil was $64 per barrel. And over the last 7 years, the Bush administration has offered big oil the rights to drill on more than 268 million acres of public land offshore. Oil companies now own the drilling rights to more land than they know what to do with. In fact, big oil currently holds more than 30 million acres, both onshore and offshore, that aren't even being used. But last week, on May 17th, as the price of oil stood at $126 per barrel, President Bush once again echoed the tired refrain we have heard for the last 7 years, that we must increase our domestic oil exploration. The price of oil is now $135 per barrel. After 7 years of filling our tanks with record-high gas and filling the calendar with new records for the price of oil, it is time to stop giving gifts to big oil. In the last 16 months, since the Democrats took control of the Congress, we have passed legislation not only to provide consumers with immediate relief at the pump, but also to reduce our oil dependence in the long term. Last year, the Democratic Congress passed an energy bill that, by 2030, will reduce our consumption of oil by nearly 3 million barrels per day. And last week, the Democratic Congress passed legislation that required the Department of Energy to stop purchasing oil at record prices to fill the Strategic Petroleum Reserve. But the Bush administration can and must do more to help American families right now. In a fire, you're supposed to stop, drop, and roll. And when it comes to using the Strategic Petroleum Reserve to help the consumers in an energy emergency, the President should stop, swap, and sell. The President must deploy, must sell the oil from the Petroleum Reserve, which has a proven track record of success in bringing down prices. Putting more oil into the global marketplace is the step which will send a signal that we are serious about reducing the price of oil globally. The administration has no problem deploying our National Guard reserves to Iraq, but to continue to refuse to deploy our oil reserves to help consumers this summer, the President says no. This weekend is the start of the summer driving season, but the Bush administration refuses to take any action that would stop driving up oil and gas prices. American families are begging for help from high energy prices, and it is time for this